Well, hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 8 of the Cattle-Lackie. It's October, and we have a full plate today. We've got a couple cornfields ready to harvest, and we're going to get to it. Interestingly enough, we have, I think, 3 that are ready, and 2 more that are not, but that's okay. What we have is more than enough to keep us busy. And we're going to spend some money today. We're going to buy some new equipment. We're going to swap out some existing equipment and see if we could do a little bit better here. And I have to tell you, folks, this is about where I am lamenting this big map and these great big giant fields. Because it's going to be a job. So I'm on my own farm right now, the OG farm. And if you recall from the last episode, we cut and baled at Grass Hill. And I did load up 15 bales, 1 trailer load. And I sold it right straight ahead here at the animal dealer and got $12,000 for it. When I did take a look at the overall value of the hay that we do have, as you recall, I got way too excited at the end of the last episode as I wasn't paying attention to the fact that I was on the wrong farm and thought that I was sitting on $1 million worth of hay. Now the reality is I'm not, but I am sitting on a substantial amount, and I'll show you in just a minute what it is I'm looking at before I swap over to the other farm. But before we do that, I think maybe we ought to get this combine hooked up to its header and get things going. I hope everyone's doing well. Even though this is almost a week out, I hope everyone enjoyed a long and safe holiday weekend if you're anywhere in North America. And I hope everyone is now back to work and had a chance today to kick the cobwebs off so that we can all get going. Back at it, back to it. Don't know about most of you, but I work in a business or a profession that the busy time of year for me is the summertime. It's just stupid busy, as a matter of fact. And I was just talking this weekend with someone and explaining about just how happy I will be when things begin to slow down a little bit here in the next month or so, month and a half. All right. So we own this cornfield here to the left and to the right. As you can see, the one on the right isn't quite ready yet, but I'm certain will be soon. All right, let's back up here a little bit. Oh, harvester. Okay, menu. Yes, I am menu dependent. Alrighty, here we go. Just gonna go ahead and cut in here and whoops. This big header. Cut in here and get started. Make a little bit of a gap in this headland so we can get some additional equipment in here. Gotta love this. Looks to be 18-meter header. It should help make short work of this cornfield. That'll be a nice, pleasant thing. As I said, I'm just going to cut in here to get ourselves some room. Then we've got to get some additional equipment over here. Auger wagon for one. And big old semi-trailer to kind of haul off the residue. I'm going to go ahead and put most of this in the grain silo at the farm, I suppose. However, as you recall, we had started chopping that one cornfield. One of the things that I did do between episodes, I went ahead and decided to put down another fermenting silo on the farm. So we now have a third fermenting silo. So I've decided that we're going to go ahead and okay, enough of that. We're going to go ahead and chop a little bit more of the corn there, and fill up that third fermenting silo. Why not? And if we don't need all of it, that's just fine. We can sell it. So real quick before I swap farms here, just a housekeeping detail. Again, just to kind of demonstrate the financial element of things. Here we sold $12,700 worth of bales at the animal dealer and sold $5,700, almost $6,000 worth of apple juice. So all in all, a pretty good start for the farmstead. And as I said, when I looked at kind of where I was at, I mean, it says here I've got a value of $193,000 maximum at the central neighbor. Man, it just seems so unrealistic. But if you can see up here, yeah, that's where it's headed. But you'll notice that the animal dealer, shabby as it is, it's roughly half of that. So I think what I'm going to do, I just think that $195,000 is, well, candidly, it's obscene. Frankly, I think that $90,000 is obscene as well. But I believe I know what may be happening here. So I play with a mod installed called Harvest Profit, I believe that it is. And essentially the point of Harvest Profit is to kind of balance out what you get in terms of selling your crops versus what you would get if you were to invest in productions, put the crops into productions, and produce something from them. And essentially, though, the whole point of the mod is it's basically designed so that people who don't necessarily want to use productions, or maybe they're on a playthrough and they don't want to necessarily get into productions, they can use this mod and they will receive more for their crops when they are direct sold. Makes perfect sense, but what I have noticed about it at times is it does lead to obscene circumstances like that. So anyway, I think that's what's going on. Oh, that's loud. Get out of the building here. So I think we'll use this. We'll use this on our auger wagon. I was going to use the wheeled version, but I think those dual wheels on there might interfere with the harvester. That wouldn't be good. So, don't have the door open on this end. No big deal. A lot of overkill. Okay, 715 just to tow an auger wagon around. Okay, and I believe the switch is there. It is. Okay. And where is it? Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. Alrighty then. You know what? It wouldn't be the beginning of an episode with, oh, there's my invisibility thing again. It wouldn't be the beginning of an episode without a little comedy of errors like that. I've kind of have a personal goal for myself when it comes to recording these episodes. I actually want to, even though I do tend to do a lot of jump cuts, especially on series like this with these big fields, one of the things I want to try to do is minimize editing. So even though I pause recording a lot, it's so much simpler when you are recording if you don't have to go through and cut and splice a bunch of footage. If you can just maybe transition during an edit or during a pause in the video, it's just simply so much easier than editing a bunch of footage. So kind of a goal for myself is to get through an entire episode and not have to actually edit anything other than maybe have to insert comments to explain my screwball decisions at times. All right, so let's see. I believe this is one. Well, I better look at the map. What field are we on? We're up here, 108. Okay, or no, 104. That's it. We're harvesting on 104 right now. So as you can see, we've got 104. These two soybean fields are ready. This cornfield is ready, and this cornfield is ready. This one is not yet ready. This one over here is not yet ready, but that's fine. Like I said, we've got enough to keep our hands full. Oh, come on, and go, or not. Oh wow, look at that. So we put the hood up. Okay, that's interesting. Yep. Missing action, close hood. How nice is that? That is wild. Again, gotta love these little hiccups. Okay, it's doing its thing. Let's jump back in here. We'll get the truck, get it over there, get a course set up, and get the harvester running. Let's see if it can drive to the field without opening and closing anything odd, unusual, or strange. Okay. Perfect. And just don't run into the combine. Okay, so got the auger wagon set to unload the combine. Now all we have to do is get the combine set to do its thing. I'm going to want to start at the first waypoint, 18.2. I'm going to come down to 18. Number of headlands, I'm going to do 2, and I'll do them sharp so that I can minimize the overlap. Rows to skip. You know what? I'm not going to skip any. And I'm not going to run the field margin out. Yeah, these big fields. Courseplay likes to really... What in the world is going on down there? Oh, for crying out loud. Okay. Whatever this is up here, yeah, that's not a thing. Be right back with you, folks. Sorry about that, everybody. Now, that looks significantly better right there. Yeah. So, as it turns out, there's another small cornfield here, field 102, and it was so close to our field 104 that the course generator just assumed it was all one field. And, yeah, I had to go in and do a little editing to help it realize that, no, they are in fact two separate and distinct fields. First waypoint. Well, let's see how long it's going to take. 3 hours. Not bad. Oh, interesting. So you'll notice there behind it, it's leaving a swath, a straw swath. I had saw that corn stalks were a thing on this map, but I've not tested it. I've not tried it. I don't even know if any of our balers will recognize it, but who knows? Maybe we'll give it a go and see if it'll recognize it. All right, combine set to unload. Unload went over 80%. Okay, perfect. Although we'll probably have to get involved in the first headland, because while automatic unload on Courseplay works really, really well once you're into the field, it doesn't play real nice when you're on the headland for some reason. And I think because the tractor has to travel off the field. And it's probably just some settings that I just simply need to do better with. I don't know. All right, let's see if we can get this thing to do its thing. So what do I want to do here? I want for a truck park. And I want to go to the JDR farm silo, and we are carrying corn. So if I'm doing this right, folks, and who knows if I am, and frankly, I don't even know if I've got my waypoints for the silo set up correctly. But if I'm doing everything right, essentially the harvester, when it's full, will call for the auger wagon to come empty it. There we go. And when the auger wagon is full, it should dump into this truck. And when this truck is full, it should go to the grain silo and empty its load. Well, we shall see. In the meantime, let's check on a harvester. We're just getting up to 76%. Oh, great. Didn't realize he was going to have to contend with a fence. Oh. Yeah, that'll be the fun part about trying to get him unloaded with that fence there. As I said, the first headland's always a pain. Okay. Well, he did leave room for the... Okay, well, at least the engine's running. Yeah, this does not make for good content. But you're stuck with it. Oh, don't hit the... Seriously? So that header is giving him a fit. All right, shoot. Well, that might be something else I just need to see if I can figure out. Because he's got plenty of clearance. All right, we'll get this unloaded and then take a quick peek. See, he didn't quite make it halfway around without having to unload. So yeah, there's going to be a few loads of corn in this truck today. We're already at almost 50%. And I don't know how close that is to being empty, but I think it's pretty close. Okay. All right. Let's get out of the way. Now, let's see here. I wonder, can I offset? I wonder if I can... wonder if I can move him this way a little bit. Wonder if that... let's give that a try and see if that works. If that does not work... field work. Well, you know what? I think that's going to have to work. I do not believe yeah, there's no setting in here for an offset. There is in Courseplay, but or there is in Autodrive, but not Courseplay. Yeah, I believe in the combine unload settings, or maybe even here, pipe offset. That's what it is. That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, it's in there, but we're not using that feature. So, all right. Well, there's that. Okay. What else? Oh, back to the corn cutting. So, this is actually a feature that, believe it or not, does work very well for combine unload. I've discovered this running along with a forage harvester thing that actually does a really good job. And I've been doing this the whole time I've been chopping this corn, and it's doing a great job. It runs right along with the forage harvester, and when it's full, it goes to the appropriate fermenting silo. I believe we have fermenting silo 3. Goes to the appropriate fermenting silo, unloads, and everything's hunky-dory. And only a couple times have they managed to get tangled up. But I see I am going to have to get involved here because we're at the end of a lane. So, all right. So these guys are doing their thing. This guy's still attempting to do his. Tell you what, there's absolutely no point in me holding you up any longer. I will be back with you when we have made significant progress and or there's something noteworthy to share with you. Real quick, everybody, I wanted to jump back in. This is the end of the field right here where I had to do a little adjusting of the field margin in terms of landscaping. This field went almost, right up to the edge of these telephone poles. And again, to Courseplay, it just looked like one big giant field. So needless to say, it didn't play well with it. I've run into that a lot in FS22. I remember running into it in FS19, but not near as much. It seems like it's been kind of epidemic in 22. And even in times on maps where I wouldn't really have expected that there should have been a conflict. It looked at least eyeballing it that there was enough space between fields. But for whatever reason, I think it's happened a lot more frequently. So anyway, there's that. Everybody can go back to sleep now. Well, this is funny. Hilarious. How's this for tailgating, folks? It's like he's pushing him down the field. Oh, brother. All right, I thought everyone might want to see if the adjustments we made any difference. And for crying out loud, it's worse. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Did I adjust it too far the other way? Back up and hit start again and see if it does anything. Oh, okay. How close are we? Ooh, All right, I'm going to reduce that a little bit and see if that makes a difference. Okay, looks like we may have our problem solved. Okay, things are looking up. It looks as though we might actually get this thing to empty at the truck where it's supposed to. Fingers crossed. Okay, he's acting a little conflicted. Don't you hit my truck. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Oh. So we drive up here, but we don't unload. It just keeps getting better and better, folks. Oh, brother. Okay, pipe out. Oh, man. Okay, for whatever reason, I cannot get the... Okay, is it controlled by this somehow? Aha! There we go. Okay, now exactly how is this supposed to work? RDB mode selected. Okay. Well, apparently, I have to manually put the pipe out. Oh, that's a bunch of bunk. Oh, and this harvester's not going to like the traffic it's fixing to run into. All right, I'm going to stop you real quick. See, he should. Yeah, he's gonna turn into that other lane. Excellent. Well, that bad boy's done. I wonder if I can leave the pipe out on this thing, or if it's gonna get fussy if I do. Well, let's give it a go. What's the worst thing that can happen? I'll have to get involved again. Okay, folks, back to it. And I'll be back with you again when there's something noteworthy or newsworthy to share. Okay, everybody, you'll notice that we have a new auger wagon. Yeah, I'm not going to play that. It seemed to work okay with leaving the pipe out, but about the time we do that, we'll run into a tree or something. I really want this stuff to just kind of do what it's supposed to do and not have to babysit it. So I thought we would try this Brent trailer. Plus the color matches a little bit better. So, yeah, we'll give that a go. And speaking of swapping out equipment, this has kind of inspired me. So, oh, good. We're dumping stuff into the fermenting silo real quick. Let's see where we're at with that. Fermenting silo 3. Not quite halfway full. Okay, well, you know what? That's the perfect segue. Speaking of swapping out equipment, we've got a tractor or two over here that I'm just not convinced that are really going to be useful for us. I kept them because they were part of the starting equipment when I started the playthrough, but I just don't see this 3670. It's supposed to be a medium tractor, but I think it's incredibly underpowered. It really can't handle anything heavy, so here's what we're going to do. We're gonna ditch this weight. I'm going to send this thing to the shop, and we're going to sell it. And we're going to go buy something else. Shop. And there you go. This 7R has been a really good tractor. It's a really heavy duty tractor, and frankly we need something comparable to it. And frankly, if I had another tractor, oh great, run right through the crops. If I had another tractor similar to it, we could attach that other trailer there, and I could actually get two of these running in tandem with this forage harvester, and get that fermenting silo filled a lot quicker. Yeah, like I said, it's kind of perplexing, but it's just odd how emptying a forage harvester seems to be so seamless. But yeah, just emptying a regular harvester, there's all these tweaks and all these little adjustments one seems to constantly have to make. All right, let him get in behind him and start pushing him again. Let's see, what do we got going here? Oh, he should be getting close to getting unloaded again. Yeah, and that John Deere 7R, I'm noticing that I'm using it quite a lot. We really need something in that kind of 300 horsepower range, I think. And it wasn't really by design, but I notice I have a lot of case equipment, a lot of case implements, so I think maybe we'll maybe try to stick with that theme a little bit. Oddly enough, I rarely play with case. I always seem to play with John Deere, Massey Ferguson, and I do like Fendt. I really love the big Fendts. But yeah, let's play with case and see what that gets us. Well, isn't this impressive? We're unloading and playing nice. All right. I think this auger wagon I think it was slightly smaller than the last one, but not terribly. Oh boy. You know what? I'm going to change that offset. Looks like he's got a little bit more room than he needs there. There we go, about 1.4. And they should keep from getting tangled up, hopefully. Yeah, so it's roughly the same size. I think the last one would fill to about 51%, so not too bad. All right. Well, I see that our Massey made it to the shop. Let's oh shoot, where's the? I think it's over here. I'm going to have to turn on the interactive zone markers. Go ahead and sell this thing on. Oh yeah, right there, right in front of us. Yeah, nice tractor. Just a bit underpowered for the things that we're doing. Repaint, repair, and sell. Yes. Okay. Gone. And I think if we go out here and we look in the used equipment market, there it is, $90,000. Tell you what, it'd be nice to have on the farmstead. Just a bit more spicy than we can handle right now. Okay, let's take a look at a new tractor. So I kind of already know what I want. Large tractors, slide down here to the case. Magnum 2018. Nah, I don't think so. Magnum FS Connect, yeah. It's a base game tractor, but I kind of like it. Okay, we'll take it up to 435 horsepower, so it would be at 374, but we can get it up as high as 435. Where's my Michelins? There they are. And tell you what, yeah, let's do tracks. Crawler track broad. Crawler track. Broad or just regular standard. Let's go with the broad. Go with the wide ones. US version attacher 3-point GPS license plate. No, we do not need one of those. Yeah. Gotta love spending other people's money. And, oh crap, you know what? Just in case, hang on folks. Yeah, I don't know if I've played with that recently, but I don't want this tractor being delivered to some random spot on the map. Okay, back in there again. High horsepower. Wheel setup. Broad. US. No license plate. And buy. $367,000. Yikes. But hey, there we are. Brand new tractor. Nice looking. All right. Get this thing set back toward the farm. While we're at it, we'll take care of a couple of settings in here. Okay, and go. Hopefully he can find his way. 32 miles an hour. Hustles along pretty good. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to send him there, I don't think. I'm going to send him to the field. What is it? 117. That's what I'm going to do. And we'll see if we can get him running, helping unload that forage harvester for us. Okay, nice looking tractor. And we've got, oh, this is great. We've got 81% in here. So this is the last act in this 3-ring circus that we need to see if it's going to work right. The truck delivering the corn to the grain silo at the farm. And how close are we to? So he's only at 48%. Okay. Looks like we're going to go down here and start at the end. I think this is going to run on a more of a diagonal pattern, if I recall properly. Let's see here. Yeah, somewhat. Looks like right. Yeah, right there. Okay. All right, so we're going to continue with this corn harvest and see if we can get some grain in the silo, add another tractor to the forage harvesting mix, and we should be on our way. Okay, we've got our cases back and ready to go, so need to change the setting here. Call to unloader. So we have a primary unloader and a secondary unloader, and I believe that's all I have to do is turn that on. So that should be good to go. And then, okay, this thing's doing its thing. Excellent. So this guy, same thing. Combine unload 117, fermenting silo 3. And I guess the only thing now we have to worry about is whether or not they're going to collide with each other during the course of these activities. But I guess we'll see. So if this works the way it's supposed to, he's going to come up here to the field 117 wait point, and he's going to park. And as soon as the other as soon as the T7 is full or getting close to full, the forage harvester will call him, and then he will make his way over, yada, 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 and everybody lives happily ever after. Yeah, okay, we'll see. This just cracks me up. Okay, so this guy's ready to unload. He should go back to the truck, ditch his contents, and if everything's working right, that semi should head to the barn. Yeah, we'll see. This stuff never happens quick enough for me. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can unload at the truck. Oh, it's going to take a while. Okay. So how are we doing here? So he's starting to get full. This guy's still sitting there. Okay. Okay, let's see if my new auger wagon will work better than our old auger wagon. Here comes the pipe. Okay, so I guess now the big question is, what's the truck gonna do? Okay, so now he's full. All right, off he goes. Just be hopeful that doesn't turn into a fiasco. All right, things are looking up. Okay, so here's this guy now headed back with a full load, and the new case is where? I don't see him. Oh, there he is. Okay, yeah, he's racing through the field. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. So he's coming out here to tailgate the forage harvester. And, yeah, perfect. Good deal. All right, so this is the only, like I said, the only remaining act in this 3-ring circus we haven't confirmed will work yet, so we'll just kind of stay with him and see what happens when he gets to the farm silo. And I think if he does what he's supposed to do, folks, I think we're going to call it an episode, and I'll let you folks go. I'll continue to get this corn harvested, and yeah, I mean, we're going to have a lot of that to do. The one thing I do like about this map when you look at the crop calendar, to harvest corn, you've got all the way through February, right? So that's kind of nice. But there is something I do want to do here, because if you notice, wheat and barley, we can get that in the ground now. And the harvest time for that is back here, June, July, August of next year. But you can also, what I really like about this map is, if you can get it out of the ground, if you can get the wheat out of the ground early enough, I would presume it would probably have to be in June, or I guess July. You still have the opportunity to get soybean in. So if we could turn these fields quickly, a couple of these cornfields quickly, we would essentially be able to double crop them next year and get not only a batch of wheat off them, which we're going to need because we're going to need some straw, but we're also going to but if we have the opportunity to double crop them and get the soybeans, that'd be a tremendous windfall. So who knows? Maybe it'll work out for us. But I do know one thing: we've got a lot of corn to harvest, and I don't think I'm going to bore you with all of that, obviously. But yeah, we'll definitely be working on it in and out over the next few episodes, probably several episodes. As I'm struggling, I would love to be able to do one episode per month. Heck, I'd be thrilled to be able to do 2 episodes per month. One on day 1, one on day 2. But some of this activity, it's just it's so involved. It's going to take multiple episodes. Although I do think come winter time, when we're dealing with January, February, March, yeah, we're going to have some tillage work to do, but those months are going to pass fairly quickly. We're just simply not going to have the work to do. So hopefully it'll all balance out and even out. All right, so there goes the John Deere, the T7, back to the weight point, while the case is doing its thing. Good deal. And we're doing okay here. Wow. Part of me just wants to leave the episode right there and run away while everything's perfect. But nah, I can't do that. I got to push it, see if there's some other mess I can clean up before I let you folks go. Yeah, I don't know if I've got the tip point for this set just quite right yet. I kind of guessed. I don't think so. Nope, there it is. Excellent. I hope there's no collision on that there pipe. Doesn't seem to be. And there goes 80,000 liters worth of corn into the silo. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And back to the field it goes. Wonderful. All right. Rolling right along there. He's waiting to be unloaded. And here comes the auger wagon. And the truck is there. All righty. Perfect. Well, folks, we're looking real good. Again, I want to thank you for your patience today. Thank you for taking the time to join me as we get this massive corn harvest underway. If you liked what you saw today, I'd appreciate knowing about that. Hit that thumbs up button. If you didn't like what you saw today, well, I'd appreciate knowing that too. Feel free to leave a comment below and let me know how I can improve. And by all means, if you've been watching for a while and you're not subscribed, I'd like to ask you to consider subscribing, because it would help me out and it would help out my channel. But most importantly, folks, I hope everyone has a fabulous day. and a great weekend.